Hey everyone, Shrikant here. And remember that Boomerang Nebula video that I did? Yeah, and I said that it was 5,000 light years away. Now you may be wondering what a light year is, right? Well, I'll tell you. So you can go and watch the Boomerang Nebula if you want to prove me wrong. It is a video that I already just did a few days ago, some days ago. But I'm gonna tell you that a light year is basically like a way to measure the distances to other objects. Now, light is the fastest thing in the universe, right? Yes, it is, but sometimes light can take like months or years to reach us. But why? Distances. And light year is the measurement of how many years light has traveled to reach us, thus giving the object's distance. Like, take the Boomerang Nebula, 5,000 light years away. Like, let's assume that this is the Boomerang Nebula and this is Earth. Okay, so if light coming from the Boomerang Nebula would take 5,000 years for it to reach us. So that means that the Boomerang Nebula is pretty far away. Well, not as far away as this. Not that it's more far away than this, but this is basically just to give you an understanding. And 1 light year is 9.5 trillion kilometers. Yes, it's a unit. It's a unit of measurement. So that's why I'm converting it. But why don't astronomers just use kilometers or meters? And the answer is actually pretty interesting. The answer is space has extremely large dimensions. And if we use kilometers or meters, we're going to get an extremely big number. This big number will be not simple. So that it is not really that it's going to be difficult to calculate distance. To make it easier, we just use one separate unit. That is light years that we can convert back into the metric scale, that is 9.5 trillion kilometers. So how far away is the Earth on the Sun? It is 93 million miles, or 93 million kilometers, sorry. But why that is closer to us than a light year? So how do you measure that distance? There is another unit system. It is called astronomical units. Astronomical units is 93 million miles. That is the distance from Earth to the Sun. It allows us to measure smaller dimensions like the distance from Earth to the Sun, the distance from Earth to another planet, the distance from Earth to the farthest object in the solar system, or even just the length or width of the solar system. So, astronomical units are smaller than light years and are used for smaller dimensions. But light years are used for larger dimensions. So we can understand why they are bigger. And the astronomical units are for the same reason. Okay, sure, they are smaller than light years, but for the same reason. If you use kilometers or meters, the answer is still going to be a big number and be difficult to calculate. So, astronomical units are used. Now, in conclusion, light years and astronomical units are very important in the field of astronomy. Using light to measure dimensions and finding distances is pretty cool. And this is why light years are an interesting topic. This is Shrikant signing off.